Sir President, sabi po sa Matthew 7:25, the rain shall fall down, the streams or rivers shall rise up, the wind shall blow and it will beat against the house, but the house will stand because it is built in good foundation. So sa pagbati ko sa ating Senate President, Majority Leader at ating colleagues ngayong hapon na to, I'd like to emphasize the first thing na ang pundasyon ng isang bansa, ng isang bayan, ng isang senado, ng isang pamilya o ang pundasyon ng mga Pilipino ay napakahalaga. Nasusubukan ang ating pundasyon pagka meron pong kalamidad o sakuna. So ang ginamit po sa Biblia ay yung pag-ulan, pagbaha, paghangin. We are not a stranger to crisis, whether it's the oil shock of the 70s, whether it's Japanese time, Spanish time, the American Commonwealth, or let's talk about recent history, at least for those of us who were born or were already in government at that time. If you remember, Mr. President, in 1997, nung tumama yung Asian crisis, marami sa atin mga bangko at real estate companies ay may mga practices na magaganda at kumikita, pero nung tumama po itong crisis na to, talagang akala natin hindi na makakabangon. But most, if not all, almost all of them, especially our banks, learned from that experience. That's why isa sa pinakamatitibay ang ating ating banking industry. We have some of the best banks, no? It's smaller in size compared to, of course, neighbor natin ang China, Japan, India, no? Of course, the Western countries. Real estate, ganun din po. After the 97 crisis, natuto, di ba? Ang Hong Kong po tinamaan ng SARS. So nung tinamaan ng SARS, nung dumating yung COVID, hindi lang sila mas maraming laboratories, pero mas madali nilang na pinairal ang kanilang mga contingency plans. Ang Thailand naman ay isa sa pinakamasama ang tama nung bago po ang AIDS pandemic. So, aside from beefing up their research, their hospitals, their information drive, nung tumama din ang pandemic, mas handa din ang Thailand. Unfortunately, for example, for our tourism industry, during the pandemic, I think was Bayanihan 2, no? We tried to put money for infrastructure kasi ang Vietnam pala, ang Thailand, ang Hong Kong, several countries tahimik lang during the pandemic, pero para mabigyan ng trabaho ang kanilang mga constituents at the same time para ihanda pag nag-open na sila, ay slowly pala ay pinuput in place yung infrastructure. So of course, ginagawa ngayon ang subway, nandiyan po yung Bulacan Airport, tuloy-tuloy po ang pagpapaganda ng airport sa Clark. I'm hoping sa kulit po ng ating majority leader, I think 10 years niya nang kinukulit or more, yung bukid nun, yung mga regional airports. I still remember the time when SP Soto was also mentioning the former grandeur of the Soto Hospital in Cebu. And all of us experienced nung napakaganda in terms of service ang PGH. Pero grabe ang pila at kulang talaga sa equipment. And now if you look at both hospitals, Vicente Soto in Cebu and the PGH, napakaganda. Part of the reason of this is because pag crisis, we learn to work together. So yes, there are so many things that drive us apart. Ang politics ngayon napakainit. Pero kailangan natin, if there are two words that I want to leave or two concepts today after the sponsorship is one, consensus. Pag sobrang bigat ng problema or maaring sobrang bigat na harapin. So let me put that in focus. Kung matapos kagad in the next few days ang problema ng gera ng Iran, US, Israel at pilit na apektado yung buong region at buong mundo dahil we are now a global village and we now see na intricate masyado yung connection ng mga ekonomiya natin, no? So yung relationship, for example, ng fertilizer sa natural gas, di ba? So yung presyo ng fertilizer tumataas din. Japan has nuclear power but still they import 90%, di ba, of their energy needs, or yung sa oil. No, I don't think I'm precise with that statistic, but just to give us an idea that sabi kasi dati pagka sinipon ang Amerika, nagkakasakit yung buong mundo, di ba? So nakita natin ngayon, di ba? Pagka inubo ang Middle East, nagkakahika ang buong mundo, no? And if it ends soon, then I think except for the loss of lives na hindi naman natin maibabalik, di ba? In terms of yung economic, everyone can put the pieces back together, di ba? Pero pag tumagal to, lalo, Mr. President, if it goes more than 1 month, and if all sides continue to hit critical infrastructure, including oil depots and refineries, also kung hindi mabubuksan yung mga rota kung saan po pwedeng ma-deliver by ship yung mga oil, magsaspiral po ang maraming mga ekonomiya. But ito po ang problema. Hindi po madali magtipid sa oil or let's say sa sasakyan, 4-day week, etc. But for example po, no, madaling sabihin sa mga school, huy, magtipid kayo. At let's say, mag-online na lang tayo. Pero hindi po lahat ng bata may internet eh. Hindi lahat po may tablet eh, di ba? At iba pa rin yung face-to-face learning. Madaling sabihin sa mga mall, halimbawa, magbawas kayo ng 2 oras. Pero apektado din po ang ekonomiya, apektado din po ang sales, baka may mawalan din ng trabaho doon, di ba? So my point, Mr. President, it's like clockwork. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin, eto lang ang sira, kaya umaandar pa yung relo. Pag may tinamaan sa makina ng relo, the whole mechanism of telling time gets affected. And that is the spirit of this resolution. To call on the executive, dahil sila naman po ang tinalaga ng ating konstitusyon, to build a consensus with the private sector, with the local governments. To be fair, they are doing that. Nag-announce kagad sila ng mga measures. I think this afternoon, yung mga mayors committee ni dating Senador at Secretary Ralph Recto, Executive Secretary, about yung ibibigay na ayuda or subsidy sa ating pong mga jeep at tricycle. But we were discussing in the lounge with Senator Hontiveros. He was saying nga na sa Germany, no? Sinubsidize nila yung mga mass transportation. Para nga hindi lang masigurado na kaya ng mga commuters, lalo pag sila'y manggagawa, senior citizens, estudyante, but also to dissuade people from their private vehicles, no? So, yun po ang nakikita kong kulang. It hasn't reached a point na consensus. So, I said 2 concepts. One is consensus. The second concept is alignment. I've learned in my Christian life, it's not enough to do good. It's not enough to read the Bible and try to act in accordance with the Bible. You have to continually ask God, where do you want us to be? And then to align. Diba? Kasi if it's good to put up a pharmacy, it's also good to put up a farm. Pero sinasabi ng Diyos, wala nang pagkain, hindi nyo ma-import, put up a farm. You have to align. So, napakaraming magagandang panukala ngayon. But is it aligned with the national government, the local government, and the private sector? So, yes, Mr. President, sa resolution na to, 15 days lang po nilagay natin. It's because in 15 days, we would know if the crisis is getting bigger or kung wala na. So, I don't think there's a problem that we expect the worst or prepare for the worst. Kung hindi, nandyan yung contingency plan. Lastly, Mr. President, let's not miss opportunities. Ang lahat ng crisis, may winners, may losers. Ang problema, minsan big winner, minsan big loser. And ang problema, Mr. President, usually ang loser is yung mahirap. So mahirap na tao, mahirap na municipality, maliliit na businesses. Usually yun ang talo kasi medyo talikamay nila eh. Pero dun po sa mas malalim ang bulsa, nakikita nila yung opportunities eh, di ba? So, for example, kung lahat ng pera mo nasa stock market bumaksak, wala ka ng choice kung hindi hintayin na lang. or i-withdraw or ibenta mo, lugi ka na. Pero yung sobrang lalim ng bulsa, pagbaksak, time to buy. And then gaganda na naman. So, there are things that will divide us. For example, nuclear power. Some of us believe in it, some don't. But for example, electric vehicles. No? Parating sinasabi, electric vehicles kasi gas-led din naman yung mga power plants natin. But that's not always true, no? So the point, Mr. President, is this is to prepare us not only for the challenges, but also for the opportunities. And although there has been Supreme Court decision saying na hindi pwede yung executive legislative, meaning may gagawin yung executive na actual body and then may member ang executive. But I think if it's consensus building, kung sino man yung mga chairman natin na critical sa nangyayari, makakatulong na magsama-sama. And lastly, Mr. President, as I close and as I pray that God will show us the opportunity, show us the challenges, strengthen us, help us to have a little bit, kung hindi man total, a little bit of political ceasefire at mag-focus muna sa maaring malalaking problema. May I ask that as a gesture with your permission that all members become authors of this resolution. And of course, if there are any amendments, whether to style or substance, it is by no means a perfectly crafted resolution. Thank you, Mr. President, and I submit to the direction that the majority leader wants regarding the resolution.